Okay, so this video will be mostly about things that I have tried to practice and use them to further develop me as an artist and as a person. And I believe that some of this will actually expose some of the weaknesses that a lot of artists have and that are extremely important in order to grow. Now, let's start with number one. Number one is plan and finish a task. Now, this one you can practice without doing anything art related if you want, because I think the main goal for this is to get accustomed to being able to start something and finish it. Like, how many times have you started a piece of work or artwork and or project and you see yourself working on something else before you even finish it? And whatever the reason it is, that has happened to most of us. And so the opportunity here is that in the process of making or creating something, you will encounter problems and barriers that will be disguised as a ticket out of working on your project. But that's what the opportunity is, right? To stick to the plan and get used to going through it. The problem is that I think most people get distracted by other things or decide to take a break when things get stressed out or difficult. And what happens is that becomes a habit. And when it becomes a habit, every time you in life or in your art, every time you encounter a problem, you really step away from it instead of going through it and learn how to figure things out in the middle of that difficult situation. Number two is the world is your classroom. I cannot tell you how useful this is as an artist. And what I mean by this is that it really doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. You can simply just look around, you and study. I remember sometimes being on an office waiting or driving, and if I wanted to study a specific subject like light and shadow, form, how are the shapes of clouds that are interesting, how does terrain work in different circumstances, etc., I can simply just observe my surroundings and observe and try to pick up on things that look at things to try and understand their behavior intentionally. And not only that, but while I'm doing that, I'm actually trying to figure out a way to technically accomplish what I'm studying. And what this means is that whether it is by using a specific brush or a lighting through the way I model something, etc., I'm trying to figure out how to do what I'm observing in my actual work. And so what this does is, help me utilize the majority of my time outside of actually doing art to progress on my understanding on how things work so that I'm able to better utilize it when I'm actually doing art. And so number three will be learn to be reliable through sacrifice. And this has been probably outside of the quality of work that I do, one of the aspects that has helped me keep consistent work when I was freelancing full time. What I mean by being reliable not only means that, to turn in your work on time or early, that's sort of like the standard, right? Or to add more value to your client. It means that, sometimes clients will contact you and they will need you to work things or work a piece of artwork or something for the next day or for the end of the day or over the weekend or whatever the case may be. And I think a lot of times because of the inconvenience, maybe because, we have plans, or maybe we finish a hard day at work and we don't want to really work anymore, or we're going out with friends or we have plans or something. But a lot of times we pass up on the opportunity because of that inconvenience. Now, I don't mean to, put work always comes first over anything and everything. But I think sometimes, we have to sacrifice some things in order to gain others. And I cannot tell you exactly how to do that. I do it in my own way. But what I can tell you is that this mentality has really helped me numerous times to keep a consistent flow of clients coming and build relationships that last, years with some of my clients. Now, number four, and this is probably my favorite one, is exercise your body. This right here is pretty self-explanatory, and I'll probably make a video on some of my favorite, most useful exercises that I like doing. But it doesn't really matter what you do, to be honest, as long as you keep yourself active every day. You know, you want to just walk every day. Maybe you want to play tennis or soccer, go lift weights, go horseback riding or hiking. As long as it encourages your body to move, the more you can challenge your body, the more you train your mind. And lastly, number 5, learn about business. Now, this does not mean go ahead and get a degree on business, which I will definitely recommend, or become an entrepreneur or something like that. This just means that I think there's so many skills that successful business owners and entrepreneurs have that will really benefit you as an artist tremendously. Skills like negotiation, how to sell, public speaking, understanding numbers and budgets, how to prioritize tasks, and how to find ways to work more efficiently, etc. And now I believe that almost every professional artist has to go through some of these skills through their career in order to be successful. And so my hope is that you get ahead of the game and intentionally put yourself in positions to practice and hone these skills. I really hope that these were of any help to you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.